The Arabic language is composed of thousands and thousands of words. However, all of these words fall into one of three categories. Welcome back to Arabic with Amina, your online Arabic teacher. In today's lesson, we're talking about أقسام الكلام, the three parts of speech in Arabic. The parts of speech, al-kalam, are three. We have the noun, ism, which is a word that has meaning on its own and is not tied to time. ما دل على معنى في نفسه ولم يقترن بزمن. The second is the verb, or فعل. A verb is a word that has meaning and is associated with a time. ما دل على معنى في نفسه واقترن بزمن. The final component of speech is the particle, حرف. This is a word that doesn't hold meaning by itself, but gains meaning through the sentence around it. Let's start with al-ism, the noun. As we mentioned, it's a word that has meaning in itself and no connection to time. ما دل على معنى في نفسه ولم يقترن بزمن. Nouns make up the largest class of words in most languages, including Arabic. A noun is a word that refers to a thing, such as a book, plants, a person's name, an animal, or a place, such as the mosque. So how do we recognize a noun in Arabic? There are a few clues that can help. First, it can take the definite article, al-tarif. For example, the word qalam, which is pen, we can add the definite article, which is the word the, to the pen, the pen. We are defining which pen, that one, the pen, al-qalam. Since it can take the definite article, that tells us that this word is a noun. Verbs cannot take the definite article and neither can particles. Our second tip is the word accepts tanween. Tanween is that double vowel sound you'll see at the end of an indefinite noun. Going back to the word pen, qalam, we add two dhammas. We have the tanween of dhammatain, two dhammas on it. So it is now qalamun. Tanween can also be with kasra. Two kasras, qalamin. Or it can have two fathas, qalaman. Any word that takes tanween is a noun. Our third tip is if the word accepts the vocative particle, قبول النداء. You see, in Arabic, when you want to call out for someone, such as this grandpa calling for Fatima, you don't just say, Fatima. Instead, you add nida before the person you are calling. This is most commonly ya. So grandpa would be saying, Ya Fatima, similar to saying, Oh Fatima. Ya Fatima, helping you identify her name, Fatima, as an ism, or a noun. And The vocative particle isn't just for names. You can say, يا طالبا, oh student. So Fatima, which is a name, is a noun, and then طالبا is also a noun. It is preceded by the vocative particle ya, and it also has tanween, which was tip number 2. Our fourth tip, the word has a ta marbuta at the end, or you can add one to it. Look at the word سيارة, which is car. It ends in the letter ta marbuta. Another word is zahra, flower. It also ends in ta marbuta. Ta marbuta is a letter, but not an official member of the Arabic alphabet, as it only exists at the end of words. And it only exists at the end of noun words. So if there's a ta marbuta, that word is a noun for sure. But the ta marbuta doesn't have to be inherently part of the word. If you can add it to a word, for example, when you want to turn a word into the feminine form, then that word is also an ism, or a noun. Let's look at the word tabib, doctor. But we are referring to a male doctor. To refer to a female doctor, we add ta marbuta at the end to make it feminine, tabiba. So both the word tabib and tabiba, whether referring to male or female, is an ism or a noun because it can accept the letter ta marbuta. Our final tip is the word can exist in the genitive case. قبوله الجر. The genitive case is a part of i'rab grammar. But to put it simply, the genitive case usually means that the word has a kasra on the last letter. A simple way to demonstrate if the genitive case is applicable is to see if the word can be preceded by a preposition or حروف الجر, such as صنع في الصين, made in China. We have the preposition في, which is a حرف جر, and it precedes the word الصين, which is China, making the word China in the genitive case with the kasra on the last letter. And as long as we can use a preposition or a حرف جر before the word, in this case الصين, China, that word is a noun. But also, الصين has the definite article al. Moving on to the verb, فعل. A verb is an action word, something that happens, and it's tied to time. That time could be in the present, المضارع, past, الماضي, or the future, المستقبل. Let's look at some example sentences showing all types of verb tenses. أغسل يدي. I am washing my hands. This verb is in the present tense because it is something I am doing right now. أخذ الطالب الكتاب. أخذ الطالب الكتاب. The student took the book. This verb is in the past. The action already happened, the student maybe already left, but he took the book. سأعمل هذا غدا. I will do this tomorrow. Here we are referring to the future, tomorrow. اكتبي, write. This is the imperative tense, where we command someone, and we're asking them to do something in the future. So each of these sentences has a verb in it. The first is present tense, as the action is occurring as we speak. I am washing my hands right now. The second is in the past tense. We are talking about an action that has already happened. The third sentence is talking about an action we plan on doing tomorrow in the future. The last sentence is a command, and we are asking for an action to occur in the future. Moving on to the final part of speech, al-harf, or the particle. A particle only holds meaning through other parts of speech. Some common particles in Arabic are prepositions, حروف الجر, and conjunctions, حروف العطف. An example of prepositions: أذهب إلى المدرسة. I go to school. The word إلى is equivalent to the word to. But if we were to just say إلى, we know it means to, but it doesn't provide any substantial meaning unless it is in a full sentence, such as in this example, where we are saying I go to school. So a particle holds no meaning when it is out of context. An example of a conjunction, another type of particle, حروف العطف, is in the example رأيت أمي وأبي. I saw my mom and dad. The letter waw means and. Once again, this particle holds no meaning unless it is surrounded by a sentence. If I just say and, it doesn't really mean anything. You'll be like, what? But in a sentence, we can understand what it means. Let's wrap up this lesson with some exercises, or tamarin. Here's a sentence. ذهب أحمد إلى المكتبة. ذهب أحمد إلى المكتبة. Can you break it down and identify each word as a noun, verb, or particle? The translation of the sentence is Ahmad went to the library. I'll give you a few seconds, and if you need more time, you can pause the video. Okay, so the first word, ذهب, which is went. You can see the words of the sentences in English and Arabic are color-coded. So it is a verb. It is a past tense verb. Ahmed went. So maybe yesterday, last week, we don't know, but he already went. The second word is Ahmed, and that is a noun. It is someone's name. The third word is ila, which means to. And this word doesn't hold meaning in itself. So this is a particle or a harf. The last word, al-maktaba, the library, is an ism or noun. If you look at the last word, we can see it has al in the beginning, which is the definite article, al-tarif, meaning the, and it also ends in ta marbuta. That was also a tip to identify the noun, and it also has a preposition before it, which is ila, to, and it is in the genitive case, having a kasra on the last letter. So there are multiple clues in this word indicating that it is a noun or an ism. Here's a longer sentence. أتعلم اللغة العربية وأجد هذه القناة مفيدة حيث تحتوي على العديد من الدروس. I am learning the Arabic language, and I find this channel useful as it contains a lot of lessons. If you agree with the sentence, go ahead and hit that like button. Now, try to spot the ism, noun, فعل, verb, and harf, particle, in this sentence too. I'll give you a few seconds. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. So, if we break down this sentence, these are the nouns, verbs, and particles. Feel free to pause if you'd like to see more, or else that's it for today's lesson on the parts of speech in Arabic. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more clear Arabic lessons from Arabic with Amina.